Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, you're with Budgetmonk 119 and welcome back to Nations Rising. We're going to be playing Mongolia here today. Quickly I just want to display, as usual, we are playing on hard mode with Iron Man mode activated, and the goal of this short series here is to actually hopefully inspire you guys to play Mongolia. A lot of people, I've seen the Great Khan achievement, a lot of runs like that on Twitch, and I really want to compel people to man up and go ahead and do it with Mongolia. So we're going to give this a crack, and let's see exactly how things go. As far as gaining independence, I'm not sure. Yeah, the problem is that these nations to the right side, if they rival Orient, they are hostile from my experience every time. So it's very difficult to actually have people support your independence. But it seems like the most likely nation is Uzbek from my experience, so let's go ahead and improve relations there. But quite frankly, it doesn't really matter where else you use your diplomat. We're going to go ahead and throw it down in Korea, because I'm hoping to actually be able to ooh, that's a nasty event, obtain Korea as an ally in the future, as he is pretty valuable. Now when it comes to fighting Orient, we're basically going to be on our own because of, well, reasons that I just sort of made clear. You can't really reliably have anybody support your independence, any nation. Okay, he's got one ally here. He is most likely going to be drawn into war because of this alliance. That's kind of a bit of a liability. And that, if he's fighting these two nations, that could be a good opportunity for us to declare a independence war. If it wasn't clear already, we focused admin for obvious reasons. We're going to find that in most campaigns I'm going to be... Oh gosh, okay. This is not much of a distraction, so I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, well, firstly, I'm going to lose my stack. Yes, I am. Just 3k, it's no big deal. We're going to wait for a more significant war than this to actually begin. Hopefully one of these nations will attack Urin. Oh! Here we go. Okay. Very good. Now I just need to get some forces up. When we declare on Orient ourselves, we shouldn't actually be at war with any of these nations. Go ahead and make sure that we have at least some army. Your force limit will be 11 once you actually are no longer a subject. Yeah. I should turn the speed down, because I could have potentially saved this little guy here. This is pretty painful, being surrounded by enemies and trying to reinforce. We are going to have to take out some loans. So let's do that. I think these occupations should just break entirely once we declare our independence war. We shouldn't be at war with these nations who are attacking us. And as far as having support for independence, it's not going to happen. So, unfortunately, most of his forces are over here. Another thing which is, ideally we want them fighting over here is what I mean. We want to wait till Urin will no longer back him up, which has already happened. So I think now it's just a matter of waiting until he's in a more vulnerable position. But the sooner we declare independence, the sooner our economy will improve. and that is definitely significant. Because that is a ridiculously formidable general. And quite frankly, we just want to avoid it the best we can. Okay, let's take out that little one stack. That's a small victory. I'm also going to use my heir as a general who is pretty darn good for once in my life. Awesome. I'm using my heir because he's quite frankly just bad. He's just bad. I don't want him to even have the chance of inheriting our country. So he's fighting a total of 3 wars, and I suppose we're mostly looking to make occupations, but also kind of just kite him and ignore him as much as possible. We don't want to engage this huge formidable force who unfortunately is making really good progress on that siege. If we were to engage him, we definitely want to make sure that it is on one of these many mountain provinces which are within the region. But he has about a total of 11,000 himself, and with that spectacular general that he has, let's go ahead and try to increase our numbers as much as possible. Our stability is another huge concern, quite frankly. I'm going to go ahead and just reduce our war exhaustion, because I know that we are going to end up doing that. It's kind of inevitable. So we might as well do it efficiently, try to keep it a little bit low, so that these rebels do not rise rapidly. Getting nothing but spectacular events. Is it just me, or do horde nations get rubbish events? It seems to be that way, but oh well. Interestingly, we are Buddhist, which I have never actually played as before, at least recently, that is. They seem to have the potential of having +5 discipline, I think, which is pretty sick. But from my understanding is we're not going to have any discipline, because it's going to be very difficult to keep our karma up with the rate that we are going to be expanding. Oh wow, Orient's general died. Well, that's just too good to be true for us. Okay, he's basically re-sieging, maybe? If that is the case, if he's re-sieging, I imagine once we occupy his capital, it's just going to be that easy. Please stop here. Oh my gosh. We can do this. We need to do this as efficiently as possible, really, because this is killing us on our economy. I probably will take some land from him if I'm given the opportunity. That guy's dead. Our manpower's completely depleted as well. We just have to take his capital over. I'm gonna do my best to... If he's gonna re-siege, then I want to keep sieging at a faster rate. So we have 3 parties right now. With his general not being so good, we should slaughter him, honestly. He's got a lot of cavalry. Horde cavalry is just spectacular at the beginning of the game, but it becomes weaker later on, needless to say. The fact that he has a huge amount of cavalry is really intimidating, actually. We don't have any cavalry because our little stack was eliminated over here. I wonder if he's brave enough to engage. No, it doesn't look like it. We've almost got that sweet, sweet capital. He's still fighting 2 wars. Although it doesn't really matter at this stage. Come on, we're just waiting on that siege. It looks pretty good to me though, honestly. Nice and smooth and decisive independence war. That's what I'm talking about. I'm pretty confident that as long as we're nearby to reinforce, that he cannot win a battle against us. Now he goes for our capital. You're far too slow, my friend. He could have tried to race us initially, and with the kind of luck that we're having, he probably would have won. But surely we will siege his capital before he takes the war goal. In before he beats me. If we could rival Jiangzhou, then perhaps Korea would ally us. It's really interesting playing as a nation that doesn't really have many other nations in the same religion. Okay, there we go. Well, that was actually surprisingly easy. I've played this a few times to see how difficult it is exactly, and that was actually the easiest game that I have played. I could take more land instead of money, but I am going to prioritize money considering the fact that we're quite in debt, and all of this is going to be quite unstable. So 3 provinces is enough, and we're very, very, very we're hurting on admin as well for coring these provinces up, considering I'm still 1 stability. Negative stability. This guy wants an alliance, but I was kind of thinking that we could kill him quite easily, so no. No, I shall not ally you. Oh, nice. We repaid all of our loans, but we're really quite poor now. Again, I was hoping we had a little bit more money than that. That's okay. Okay, awesome. I think I'll prioritize getting our overextension lower rather than our stability, although it's a pretty hard decision. I'd rather not boost my autonomy in these provinces. Yeah, but that was pretty successful. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think we were really quite lucky there. Like I said, I've tried doing this a few times, and I've never been that lucky. Like, it's never been that easy before. Although I'm pretty confident that basically the idea is to kite around Oriat and not engage on him. If he did have an ally like Bayratia, then we would focus him out immediately. Oh shoot. Nothing but a negative events. But yeah, I've pretty consistently I've been able to actually win the war and gain my independence. So we're doing pretty well here. It's been 4 years, we've expanded a bit, and from my experience it is really not that difficult to continue expanding into these regions. Most of them end up being very vulnerable, so I'm mostly concerned about my stability right now. And yeah, I hope that this has kind of inspired you, or hopefully compelled you to actually give the Mongols a go, as I think it is a little bit more grandiose playing Mongolia than it is playing the Golden Horde to get the Great Khan achievement, for instance. And with that being said, you can also get Land of Eastern Jade, right, as the Mongols. So that's pretty cool. I might continue this game myself and actually go for both of those achievements, but we will see. Going colonial is probably a good idea to try to grab as much of this. We might get exploration as our first idea group to basically block Russia and capitalize on as much of this as possible, and ultimately get some colonies in the New World as well. That could be pretty cool. Right now I should be looking for allies, but yeah, it just seems so difficult from my experience to actually ally people. Our truce is up with actually everybody but Oriat in 2 years, so hopefully by then we are ready to go ahead and wreck-a-roni some fools like that. That there is just food, this land, quite frankly. Alright, so I think that will wrap it up for a first episode. We're just trying to stabilize our country a bit right now, and we're kind of struggling. Missionary strength, get him. That will help. I might have to boost autonomy here, or spend my military on trying to stabilize this. It's pretty brutal, I hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said, I hope you feel inspired to do this yourself, and feel free to tune in to see how well we do, how things play out here in the upcoming episodes. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.